Hello everybody, today I'm here doing the white team, and I had a little bit of an internal debate on which characters I should include because there are some pretty good ones, and Kevin Flynn made it in at the last second thanks to some help from the comments. So let me read out who was suggesting stuff. WMS Hiking Malaysia suggested Kevin Flynn and some other characters, and some of them will be on here and some of them won't be. And then, who else was it? Rosaline Mora was the one that I first saw Kevin Flynn on, and I was like, oh my gosh, Kevin Flynn is perfect. And also has the majority of the characters on this list as well. So she got pretty close. And then Juan Andres Serbi Mora suggested it a few times, and his list has mostly been the same, and a few of those characters will be on here, and a few of them won't be. So I just tried to pick the characters who, for the most part, were entirely white. Like Jack looks good from his out screen, but there's a lot of black on him. Honestly, would probably be better for the black team. Eve is pretty great. She's just got a little bit of blue, and then for the most part is all white as well. And the main reason we're doing this now is because we just got Bolt, and I want to put Bolt on the team, of course. Maximus is pretty great. Got a few different colors on him, but for the most part, pretty white. And I haven't played with him as a while. Played as him in a while, and he really beats me up in the story mode. So I'm curious to see if what I have him at is going to be any good. And then Olaf all the way up here at the top. It's pretty great too. Just some black and orange. And if I wasn't going to do Kevin Flynn, I was going to do Gizmoduck. Yeah, so sorry if you wanted to see Gizmoduck here, but I do think Kevin Flynn has a lot more white on him. Maybe Gizmoduck would be better than Maximus, I'm not sure. But Bolt is another great addition to the white team, so it's going to be pretty great to have him here. And this is looking to be pretty faithful to the color this time around. Sometimes it doesn't turn out so great, but it feels like I've got a lot of characters who are mainly, their main color is white, so I'm pretty interested to see just how well this is going to work. Olaf starts off at the very top. Maximus here. Maybe we'll try bringing in Gizmo instead of Maximus just to see, because Maximus is kind of an off-white. And there's Bolt and Kevin Flynn. I'm probably going to have a hard time finding. There he is. Not you. Okay, so that is pretty great. I'm curious to see if I take out Maximus and replace him with Gizmoduck. It's pretty much a toss-up, I would say. I kind of like how that looks a little bit better. I don't know. Now I'm having another debate with myself, because Gizmoduck does look a little bit better in that spot there, I gotta say. For now, we're gonna go with Gizmoduck. We can try bringing Maximus later, just to see what it's like. But I think for the thumbnail, I'd like to do him. And of course, we're starting off one with Shank, so we're probably gonna do terribly. But oh, we killed Shank. Already up to a pretty good sign then. So Olaf, I have pretty well leveled up, which may contribute to my wins here. And then Bolt seems somewhat strong. I did the showcase with him and the other two characters I had to showcase, and for the most part, you know, they were like going through the level super fast. They were doing really well. They didn't have a good amount of health, but they were going through the levels really fast. I don't remember if any of these characters are healers in any way. I think Olaf maybe has healing abilities for himself. Well, him and Flynn was also healing there just for a second, but that also might be because Kevin has healing moves. And I know nothing about Kevin anymore. I haven't played as Kevin in a very long time. I haven't brought him into a team or anything. So I think it's pretty fun to actually have Kevin here, just because I never play as him. And like, if we're ever going to have a team to bring him into, I think this is going to be it. Unless I do like an old team, or like a gray hair team. Or if we ever get 5 Tron characters, which seems pretty unlikely. You know. So yeah, Bolt does stay alive pretty well. I think my problem right now with Gizmoduck is that him and Bolt have pretty similar powers. So that might be a good reason to switch him out for Maximus. Let's go into this one and try bringing Maximus and see if we do any better. Maximus is pretty high up, so it shouldn't be too hard to find him. Alright, so yeah, I think maybe it's a good idea for the thumbnail to put Gizmoduck in it, because Maximus is a little bit of an off-white. It's getting closer to tan, I think. I don't know. Whatever. The other 4 characters are pretty perfect, I think. It's always that one, I feel like, in these showcases that's just a little off. And if we had a character that was just a little better, it would be perfect. Alright. So yeah, they probably are doing better right now, I think, with Maximus. Maximus is up in front, and he seems to have a good amount of health, which is good. Or maybe a good amount of defense, I'm not sure. And then he's also attacking with like his sword and stuff, and I think he kicks sometimes. So... and he even bites, I guess. That's what it looked like. Again, I haven't played as Maximus in so long. But he seems to be pretty good. I wonder how good he actually is. I haven't talked about Eve at all. I think she has a pretty similar role to Bolt as well, where she's staying in place and hurting the team from a distance. Not, you know, with Bolt and her on my team, I guess it's pretty good. I'd rather have a more diverse team. Like, I feel like I need a more dedicated defensive character. And we have some defenses and healing going on just in general. But like, I don't know. Not a lot of support, I feel like. That's usually the thing I find to be missing in these team videos. It's hard when you do the color ones to actually get that, because you got a pretty strict list here. But like, they are staying on the ground for the most part, even if we're not getting 3 stars. We are beating a pretty... like, we're going pretty far into the chapters here. Maybe competing for the farthest I've ever made it. I do not remember at this point which team has made it the farthest. But I imagine we're getting pretty close. And again, that may be due to like Olaf and stuff. And I guess the Incredibles team wouldn't be fair to contribute to that, because I could have just brought Mr. Incredible to the newest chapter and he could have won a level, so. But I don't think I actually did that in the team showcase. I tried to get it so that all the Incredibles were surviving. And like this one, obviously Shank is contributing a lot to our probably potential loss here. Olaf and Maximus are staying their ground. I just don't think they're actually going to kill. Okay, Olaf finally died, and so did Maximus. Alright. So if we try one with maybe a little bit harder, but without Shank, oh, the heist character might ruin us. She's usually pretty strong too. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't let her heal, she's healing. I wonder if any characters' moves get based off of some of the generic enemies' moves. Because I was seeing she was throwing knives and it reminded me of like Helga's knife throwing move, and I wonder if they just use the same kind of hit points and everything for that. I'd be curious to find that out, because there are a bunch of these enemies that they created who just have fairly generic moves. And I wonder if they ever just bring over some of those moves, or like if they can use the models' animations to carry over to the actual characters' animations. That'd be pretty cool. But like the characters' body forms are so diverse that I feel like that'd be really hard to do. I do wonder though if they ever try to recycle some moves. I'm sure they do it with the actual heroes themselves. Because so many characters have so many similar moves, like it must be somewhat the same. We're clearly going to lose this one, only one more second. Okay, so I think we've made it as far as we can make it. Let's just do like one more battle and then I'm satisfied. The team seems pretty good. We made it pretty far and Olaf is surviving, we're just not actually able to beat these. Maybe we'll be able to beat this one if Shank isn't here or something. Again, there's maybe a little bit we're missing, but for the most part, like, we're fairly strong. We're standing our ground, even if a character or two dies, like, the other ones are still able to make it pretty far. Bolt seems pretty strong. I wonder just how strong he is, or if he's not that great. I really have no idea. But I'd be curious to find out. If you know, let me know. I know some people are biased and just want him on their team in general. I want, like, an unbiased answer. Is he good or not? But that was a fun team showcase. Like I said, we got a pretty white team overall. We can find Gizmoduck one last time to switch out. But yeah, I had some fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And let me know what other teams you want to see, what other color teams you have. You can suggest them to me. I'm going to be doing the blonde team sometime soon for Helga. And then, I don't know. I should probably do another named team, like with the 4 characters. Like I did with the, what was it, the Aladdin team? Was that the one I chose? I can't remember. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.